You can easily get any female to pursue you by playing with her needs and desires. I'm going to teach you how to take advantage of it today in order to acquire any female you want. To begin with, what she needs. You have to start becoming the man she wants to chat to on a daily basis. Studies indicate that emotional commitment from a guy is more significant to women than physical beauty. I will thus demonstrate for you how to look more emotionally invested simply by exhibiting active listening signals. Using specific indicators to demonstrate your commitment to the discussion and your interest in what the other person has to say is known as active listening, as opposed to passive listening. It has been shown that this enhances men's attractiveness, and I'll walk you through the process in 3 easy stages. To reveal your left ear, you need first gently bend your head to the right. Why? Because your left side of the face is more beautiful than your right, according to a research that was published in the Journal of Experimental Brain Research. It'll also let her know that you're paying attention. Step 2. After you nod in agreement while listening, I want you to repeat back to her one of the most crucial things she stated. Let's take an example where she is discussing office turmoil with you. You may remark something like, "Wait a minute, so your manager did that and didn't even apologize." You just restate the most crucial passage. The most crucial step is the third one. When it's your time and she's finished speaking, you should wait for 3 seconds before responding. You are indicating 2 things. 1, that you have been paying attention, and second, that you are really attempting to consider your answer. She needs to feel valued, and both will provide that. I'm just getting warmed up because you will make a female love you if you become what she needs, which is that emotional connection. I'll go on to what she wants so you may become that too once I've given you a few more requirements to attend to. Second, use these phrases to demonstrate your leadership. Look, ladies are not as physically strong as males are. As a result of this, which we know, they have evolved to constantly search for strong males who can defend them, particularly during uncertain times. Here are 3 easy things you may say to any female to demonstrate your leadership abilities. To start, imagine that when you invite a female out for a drink or a cup of coffee, she responds, "I have work to do," and you can't. It's only for 45 minutes. You may then send us someone. You may return home with me. There are 2 things that are going to happen. 1, she will be drawn to you because of your leadership skills. And second, she will be more inclined to come since you are expressing dominance. The second thing you may say is this. Imagine yourself out on a date with a lady and you ask her what she wants to eat, to which she replies, famously, "I don't know." After that, just state, "Okay, I'll know exactly where to take you," without adding anything else. Instead of telling her where you're going or providing any background information, take her someplace amazing as a surprise. She will be excited by the mystery, and your taking charge will demonstrate your leadership once again. Here's a third item you might mention. I need you to walk on the side of the sidewalk that is closest to the traffic if you are ever out on the street with a female, as opposed to merely strolling along her. After that, you should try to stroll a little ahead of her. You may demonstrate your protective nature by pulling over to the side of the road, and you can also demonstrate your leadership skills, exactly what she wants in a man, by taking a few tentative steps forward. 3. Demonstrate your financial capability by dressing appropriately. It's no secret that women want wealthy men, but what they really want is more than simply a pile of cash in a bank account. It's all about having the self-assurance and other attributes necessary to be a wealthy guy. And hey, we're all grinding here, so while you wait to get there, try these 3 style cues to give off the impression that you are a wealthy guy even when you aren't. You want to wear more shirts with collars on them, starting with the first one. Check out what occurs, for instance, when I transform a plain black t-shirt into a black shirt with a collar. I instantly seem more important, or like I had more money in my bank account, even if nothing else changed. Thus, in my opinion, every guy ought to invest in a few fine collared shirts. Now you have to choose the appropriate ones based on your age group. To avoid being too formal and to maximize their adaptability, I advise you to choose items that fall into the category of active casual wear. In this manner, you may now wear it out on a date, as well as with your friends. Step 2. I want you to start dressing in clothes that accentuate your male figure and fit your body more snugly. According to a different research I read, more than half of women said they would rather date guys who are only a little older than them. These days, you may always take your garment to a tailor to have it mended. That's the first thing I would advise. But if you start shopping at higher quality stores, you may have wonderful fitting clothing without having to pay a fortune at the tailor. Step 3. Give up purchasing inexpensive clothing that becomes discolored after the first wash. We're attempting to make guys who dress nicely more successful in the eyes of women, but also more deserving of a relationship. Now, in order to seem put together, you'll need apparel that is long-lasting and resistant to fading. Of course, the likelihood of high-quality apparel increases with expenditure. You've become a woman's ultimate need. You provide her emotional support, act as her leader and defender, and exude the self-assurance of a wealthy guy. However, in order to really make a woman feel sexually attracted to you, you also need to arouse her desires. This brings us to our second category. Part 2 is this. Love letters from strangers are often sent to prisoners, since one of a woman's greatest goals is to support a guy who is experiencing difficulties. Here's how to control this influence so that she feels compelled to assist you. Find any fresh situation in your life where you might benefit from a second view first. It can have to do with selecting a certain course or topic at your institution, or deciding whether to accept that employment offer. Next, make a list of all the advantages and disadvantages of your choice. The benefits of taking the job, for instance, can include earning more money and moving up the social scale, while the drawbacks might include having to spend a lot of time or money on transportation. Your brain is unable to reconcile the feelings of dislike for you and kindness shown to you when someone performs you a favor or assists you in any way. In the end, they want you. Send her texts just from 12 to 1 p.m. and 7 to 10 p.m. You are telling her that you are giving other things, like work, priority by not responding to her texts until after 12 p.m. and then ceasing all contact by 10 p.m. It's precisely what you want if she asks you, "Why don't you text me more?" She's telling you that she wants more from you, and all you can answer is that you need to concentrate, and you prefer to set apart certain times of the day to do so. I would then go a step farther with, put your phone on Do Not Disturb while you're not messaging. A notification informing her that you're going offline will be sent to her. She'll go crazy by your interest and the mystery around what you're doing throughout those extended periods of time. Actually, this survey discovered that when it comes to choosing a partner, women and their parents place more value on your attractiveness than on your ambition. See her only twice a week. Restricting the number of days you spend with her would make her want to see you more and again. Demonstrate your ambition as a guy who values his career. Just do this in the early going, after she becomes your girlfriend. You don't have to behave like a jerk, but that gets me to the sixth point. Be kind instead of being pleasant. A decent guy does not attract women. Science does, however. Demonstrate that women are drawn to good guys. I'm going to walk you through some easy scenarios when you may be behaving politely and how to behave kindly instead. First of all, being kind to someone who asks for guidance by giving them what they want to hear is a good idea. Nonetheless, it is being nice to give people the truth, even if it offends them. Stated differently, always speak the truth, but do it with grace. In short, niceness is about pleasing others, but kindness is about assisting people. Helping others should be your goal as a man, not simply winning their approval. Secondly, accepting an invitation to an event you don't want to go is polite. However, saying no is part of being nice, since there's no need to do anything you don't want to. That is a flaw. In actuality, I believe that being polite is often a result of weakness. Thirdly, niceness is acting with the hope of receiving anything in return, while kindness is acting with no expectation of reciprocation. Therefore, perform nice deeds without expecting anything in return. You will become everything she needs and everything she desires if you choose kindness above niceness.